I kind of want to go back in time a little bit, you know what I mean? Like, uh, middle school, like, really my middle school days. Yeah. Welcome to Joint Talk today. Just another video, you know what I mean? Just gonna let this joint forget today. So I must have been like maybe 12 years old at the time. I used to go to a school with mainly just with Mexican kids and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was the only like white boy there, bro. And these kids would like cuss me out in Spanish and all that shit. They used to make fun of me and all that. I probably went there from like third grade to like sixth grade, right? This was like in a city where it's mostly mainly Mexican people. So that made sense, you know what I mean? But the city that I was in, it wasn't too safe at the time. So my mom was thinking, maybe we should move to a safer place, you know what I mean? And we did. Went to a place where it was just a bunch of whiteys, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to be fucking, I'm white too, but you gotta understand. My whole life, my whole life growing up, I wasn't around white people. Only until like my whole life from when I was a kid, I was around black people, Mexicans, black and Mexican people my whole life. That's all I knew. And so many years later, I fucking am surrounded by white people. You know what I mean? It was a complete different of a shock, right? And so my mom, we moved into like this apartment up in, where the whiteys live at. You know what I mean? And I went to this weird school. It was this weird middle school, sixth grade. It was sixth grade. I forgot the name of it, man. If I can remember the name of it. It was like this weird hippie school, this weird hippie middle school. Full white, all full white, full of white children. I was tripping, right? Like, I was like, what kind of fucking school is this? Like, in the back of my head, I'm like, what kind of fucking school is this? Just a bunch of fucking... This was the first time I saw women with, like, armpit hairs. And they fucking... I'm like, this place is different, bro. Like, this hippie school is different. I forgot. I liked the school, though. I mean, I grew to like it. But when I first went there, I was like, what kind of fucking place is this? Like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, it was like it was called like a charter school or some shit, right? Bunch of full of hippie white kids and shit, fucking long hair and all that. It was weird as fuck. Like, it was different, but like, the more I went there, the more I liked it. Like, there's like, we had like PE or whatever the fuck it was called, hippie. I call it hippie PE. You know what I mean? Like, there's like, you can sew. There's like sewing class. And there's like singing class, so you learn how to sing and play the fucking violin and shit. I was like, what the fuck? Like, this was not a regular school, my guy. Like, this shit was just different. Like, I was like, this was a complete culture shock for me. Like, I was really like, but like, I fit there better than, I fucking fit there. Like, that school changed me, like, in a good way. You know what I mean? It became, I'm not a hippie at all, but like, their hippie ways grew on to me. You know what I mean? Like, I started growing long hair, and then when I started fucking getting facial hair, I started growing out the beard. You know what I mean? Because of the middle school, like, it grew on to me. Like I slowly just, you know what I'm saying, like my whole life, like from when I was a baby to like 12 years old, I was just around Mexicans and black people all the time. And that's what I was used to. That's what I loved. That's what I loved. That's what I did. I mean, I was, and then when it was like around 12, 13 years old, this when I was first introduced to white people, you know. And it was a good experience, you know. To this day, I still have friends, you know what I mean? I still have my one friend that I have from there, you know what I mean? Turns out to be the best fucking, me going there, honestly, it was like the best couple years of my life. Say, best 3 years, honestly. It was better than high school. I fucking, well, I mean, it was probably not a good time to smoke weed as a kid, but I fucking, I mean, that's where I got, I mean, I smoked weed in middle school, you know what I mean? Like, it was lit. Like, the weed helped me adapt even more. Like, I feel like it's just like this shit helped me adapt to the school so much. Like, the weed kind of just helped it make more sense. Like, when I hit the weed, it opened up my mind more. Like, because at first, like, for like sixth grade, I was sober. I didn't know what weed was. Like, seventh grade is when I fucking actually started fucking. In sixth grade, I was like, this place is fucking weird. Like, it took me a whole year to get used to this shit. We had like, it was just a weird school. Like, we did all kinds of weird geometry and like all like the weird ass teacher. Like, it was weird, man. It was weird. I mean, when I graduated, it was nice. You know, if I can go back in time, I wouldn't change a damn thing. Cause where I am right now, you know what I'm saying? Where my friends are right now, they're doing great. You know what I'm saying? We're working. You know what I'm saying? Probably gotta get the fucking, you know, what I'm saying? Like, probably gotta download the video, the game. That probably play with the motherfucker. But middle school is just different, man. It was different for the better though. It was. Now that I talk about it, man, it really brings back good memories. Like during school and after school, man. Those were the best times. That's when I was like high for like 4 hours, like just going around Cannery Road, just fucking. That's for another story though. That's just a little middle. That's just my middle. It's just my middle school story when I went to the charter school. But yeah, this has been Joint Talk today, and just a little brief story of my middle school experience. You know what I mean? But it's been Joint Talk today. I'm signing off.